Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a giant brawler build in Baldur's Gate 3, combining the giant barbarian with the open hand monk. This is actually a very fun playthrough if you like beating people up and getting large while doing it. So with this, we're going to start off as the barbarian and with this ability score spread here. However, there is one way to make this as strong as humanly possible. You could roll with this. However, we can also reallocate the stats from strength and use a strength potion. These can be purchased from Auntie Ethel early on in the game. Additionally, you can also get them from a bunch of different vendors later on in Act 3, the stronger version of them. So again, you go with the 16, 14, 16, and 12. But if we were to put our points into the dexterity a little bit more and get our dexterity up to 16, our wisdom up to 16 as well, and then we can put some stats there to help it with saves, this can work well as well. So you got to decide if you want to go more on the constitution based side or the wisdom based side, but you can also kind of do both if you want to use the constitution amulet. I would recommend actually taking this up to 16 and going with a stat spread of 16 dex, 16 constitution, and 14 wisdom here if you want to use a strength potion, but the other ability score spread if not. And at level 2, we get the reckless attack giving you advantage, which is nice because sometimes you'll end up missing your shots. At level 3, we get to take their subclass here, and the berserker likely is a little bit better, we'll be honest. But this is the giant brawler, so we're going to take the giant form, which increases your size. Your rage damage is doubled on throwing attacks, so early on the returning pike is going to be the best weapon for you. The nice thing is you can find the ring of flinging as well in Act 1, so you can kind of work around throwing, and you can still kind of do the strength based build here. I would recommend at this point taking the monk here. So this gives us, if you're at level 1 through Act 1, just stay as a giant barbarian. This is going to come online a little bit later, but we get the monk, which gets the flurry of blows, punching twice in quick succession, and all the benefits of being a monk. And then at level 2, we get our bonus action abilities there to use our key points. But level 3 is when we get to choose our subclass. And we're going to go with the way of the open hand. This is going to be the strongest version. This gives us our flurry of blows, which does punch attacks, bonus action, uses a key point. Very strong. Nothing else to say there. It's going to be a powerhouse. At level 4, we get our slow fall, resistance to falling damage, and we get to take an ability score improvement. And at this point, Tavern Brawler is the best way to go. Alternatively, you could also have set your constitution to 15 and take it up to 16 at this point, because we got to put 1 point into that there. At level 5, we get an extra attack, and we also get the stunning strikes, which are extremely useful because stunning a target means they lose their turn. So we want that, and you can use it with a weapon if you want to stay using a weapon. At level 6, we get our subclass features, the manifestation of body, mind, and soul, adding additional radiant, psychic, or necrotic damage to our attacks. And we have the wholeness of body, which will restore half of our key points and also give us an extra bonus action, which is really good. In combat, that's powerful. At this point, we can continue on. You get evasion, which gives you a big buff to defensiveness. So dexterity saving throws, you take no damage if you succeed. So fireball won't hurt you anymore. But we can also go another way. This will give us more key points, so this could work well. Obviously, 9 levels of the monk. That's a good choice. You get the key resonation blast at level 9 of the monk. I'm going to show another build by adding in the rogue, because the rogue thief can give us extra bonus action. We have a lot of ways to use a bonus action now more than ever. We got the dashes and all that as well. But the big thing is we can also get a free punch too, so we don't have to burn through our key points as quickly as some other builds may. So the thief there, extra bonus action, boom. And we also get sneak attacks, which is something that you got now. But that extra bonus action is the big reason we went with that. So the big thing being is when we look at gear. So the reason I wanted to use the Constitution amulet is it adds that +6 to your armor class, which is very good. This does override the monk's version of it. We can also go with the Scrabby Pugilist Circlet, which adds additional 2 damage when surrounded by 2 or more foes. Although the Mask of Soul Perception is nice too, although we don't have much of a chance or a mischance because we got Tavern Brawler. So you could also go with the Horns of the Berserker, adding additional necrotic damage on your attacks. And this counts on unarmed attacks as well. Or you could also go with the Haste Helm. This is an Act 1 item that gives you extra movement speed. I'm just going to go for the Scrabby Pugilist Circlet because that extra damage is nice. Cloak Protection for better armor class, or you can go with the Deathstalker Mantle, or even the Shade Slayer Cloak to get that increased critical hit chance. The big pieces here, the Vest of Soul Rejuvenation. You can get this as soon as you get to Act 3. +2 to armor class, gives us a free unarmed attack with the Greater Kashigu counter, and we have the Defier's Rejuvenation, getting us a 1d4 of healing whenever we succeed a saving throw. Also, with the Gloves of Soul Catching, use whatever gloves you got for damage earlier in the game. There's a variety of different ones offering different elemental damage types. This does a 1d10 of force damage, so that's the strongest that we can get. We also can regain health points or get advantage on attack rolls and saving throws by using the soul catching, which is a big feature of that. And then we also got the evasive shoes, but another good option to go with is something like the Boots of Uninhibited Koshigo. The wearer deals additional damage equals to their wisdom modifier. We don't have a high wisdom modifier, but that could be something if you didn't want to go with the armor class. Now the Shadow Cloaked Ring can add a 1d4 damage on unarmed attacks against lightly or heavily obscured creatures and creatures made of shadow. It's very generous in how it gives you this, because a lot of different attacks are going to actually count as being lightly obscured, so that is nice. Also, don't forget to activate your Manifestation of Mind there. That's going to add an additional damage die to your attacks, so 1d4 plus wisdom modifier, so that further boosts up the damage of this. And then our bonus action gets upwards of 78 damage there, and then equipping those boots puts it up to 84, so that's a nice little boost there. Alternatively, the Killer Sweetheart for that free crit is nice as well. And we also got the Ring of Protection there, but you can also go with something like the Crusher's Ring for the increased movement speed. That's another decent option to go with as well. And movement speed is always useful for a monk. And if you want to use Nirelna, you can also use the Callous Glow Ring, because right now we don't have any armor equipped, but we could easily enough add on Nirelna or just throw it because it'll return to our hand and we get the Tavern Brawler benefits of it. And then you can add on a shield too if you wanted to get your armor class up to 26. So that is another option. And if we switch our boots, it's 27 armor class. So that's not too bad for survivability's sake, but we don't need to use a shield if you just want to go around punching. But the nice thing about Nirelna is it gives you increased movement speed and jump distance, as well as it makes targets glow. So that's also a good choice too. And I like the Hellrider Longbow for that +3 to initiative, so that we can go first and go take out high priority targets because we have a little extra movement speed. And another choice for amulets, if you don't want to use the Constitution Amulet, you can also go with something like the Sentient Amulet here, which gives you key restoration. So if you need it, you can restore your key using that. It does have a quest line associated to be able to get that though, so there's just something to keep in mind. So on our turn, the first thing we want to do is use our first bonus action to get the Giant's Rage going. So this is going to put us in our large and in charge form here. So this will deal additional 2 damage with melee and improvised weapons and 4 damage with throwing attacks. So we can throw again. But we're going to go in first with a punch here. So we got 2 punches per action, and our fists hit hard. So yeah, we can hit this target here, one-shotting. Yeah, it's strong. You can see upwards of 44 damage there. So we'll just go against another target here, taking them out. It's perfect. I love the attack animation with this as well. Being large just looks so funny. So, well, we got a critical miss. That's not a, yeah, 1 in 20% chance, or 1 in 20 chance. And boom, we'll use our critical hit there, taking them out. And then since we went through all of our bonus attack, or we went through all of our attacks, we can use, we have 7 key points for these, but we also get the unarmed strike as a bonus action without using a key point. So that's another consideration that you do have. But we're just going to use the flurry of blows. This will easily take out a target, but you can also use like the stagger or push if you wanted to. Boom. Yeah, that was more than enough. The first palm attack was enough to take them out. So yeah, I love the attack animations there. And perfectly, we got ourselves an attack on a miss. We got the Greater Koshigo counter. So that allows us to strike back on someone. Bonk. Love that. As a reaction, being able to take someone out with a big overhead smash is just hilarious. And what's even better now is we have both of our bonus actions, so we can go ahead first with our first. Use Flurry of Blows on targets that have higher amounts of health for the pretty much guaranteed knockout. And then you can go around punching those that are nearby to just go crazy on them. I love the attack animation. That overhead smash just looks so perfect for this giant brawler. Yeah, and you can just go around literally beating them up just like that, looking for anyone that's vulnerable. You can literally just continually beat on them like that. So we got an extra bonus action left. This target's got full health, so we're going to use that on them. And yeah, we've taken out pretty much a target every single time that we've attacked. We can also heal ourselves with a Soul Snare heal, so that's another nice way to keep us some more sustained, or you can take advantage on attack rolls, which is also a good consideration. And we also have sneak attacks. If there's ever a target that you're able to get its advantage against, that's a nice option to go with. So let's go ahead here, punch this one. It's probably not going to take him out. Oh, it did. So that's something that happened. And we're going to go trying to knock this target prone here, because whenever we knock them prone, we can then use a sneak attack on them. So that's, oh, mine broken. This is very likely just going to knock them out, but if you can knock a target prone, then you can do a sneak attack on them. Yeah, you can see there. Pretty crazy. Yeah, we're not giant anymore, but the Giant Barbarian or Giant Brawler is a very fun class if you love doing that overhead smash on people. It's a lot of fun. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you all in the next video.